Hi guys, I'm Kasha. Welcome to my channel and to my bookland. Welcome as well to our coffee times together. And today I'm here to present you my TBR pile for January 2020. It just sounds crazy to me that we're already entering the new year and I'm already here with my plans of what I'm gonna read in 2020. I didn't want to make it way too hard for me to accomplish my TBR for the first month of the year because I don't want to overwhelm myself, but I'm just here to present you some of my options. Also, one of the things that I want to add again to my TBR videos is my TBR jar, because I have so many unread books on these shelves and other places that you cannot see that I really need to tackle those books, at least to decide, if I love them or not, DNF them, whatever it is. But there are so many books that I'm just behind with reading and I just keep buying new books. I think it's something that we all can relate to. So I decided that, at least I have to read one book, just one, from my TBR jar, unless I participate maybe on a full month readathon, and then it's hard to pick a book from the TBR jar and add it as well. But for regular months like January that I'm not participating in any specific readathon, I think it's fair just to pick one. So at least one is already out of my shelves. And then I have a couple of other books that I really want to get to, and we'll see if I manage to read all of them. But here are my candidates.
It's coffee time!
In physical form, we have The Institute by Stephen King. I wanted to read these in December 2019, but I knew that I was not going to have the time and I was not going to be able to pay enough attention to the book as I wanted to. So I just decided to wait, don't stress myself out, and just get to it in January 2020 and actually enjoy reading the book. I'm pretty sure I've talked about this book many times in my channel, but it is about some kids that have specific powers, and one of them is being kidnapped and is being brought into this kind of institution where they experiment with the kids. Sounds a little bit like the mutants or something like that. I have heard it has a little bit of politics in it, but as long as it's not overwhelming talking about politics, it's something that I can deal with. So I really hope that I'm gonna enjoy it. Then we have The Wicked King by Holly Black. I finally caved in and read The Cruel Prince last year and absolutely freaking loved it. It's one of those books that is very overhyped in Twitter and you're scared to go into the book and did not like it, but I'm glad that I did because I really did enjoy it. I think it's been one of my favorite YA fantasy that I have read in the last couple of years, just because it was just funny and I loved the world. And I just loved the character so much and it was just so entertaining to me. So I'm really excited to get finally to book 2. I got this one in summer in London, and I actually got a signed copy. And I just really want to know what happens. The last book on the trilogy came out, I believe, November 2019, November, December. And so I really want to, see what happens next before everybody spoils me on Twitter. So the story is very simple. There is just the world of fairies, the world of humans, and there is a fairy that comes and steals, kind of kidnaps, takes away these 2 kids, these 2 girls, and brings them to the world of the fairies. And that's it. And there is a love story. So it's nothing like extremely original in a way, but it is just so entertaining that I really want to know what happens next. Next I have All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, I hope that was correct. So this one has been a spontaneous add to my January TBR because I have seen that the movie is coming out in February 2020, so obviously I want to read the book before I go into the movie. I don't know anything about the plot because it's one of those books that on the back it just has like praise for the book, but it doesn't have a synopsis. So I'm just gonna keep it like that. All I know, or I think I know, is that it is a hard-hitting contemporary and it's gonna be sad and it's gonna have a love story. It says here the next Faulting of Stars, so you can kind of imagine what it's going to be about. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one. I also got this one in London when I went to YOG this summer, and one that I've heard many times in booktubers videos, especially older videos, and one that I have never read. So this one, it's gonna happen in January for sure, because I want to watch the movie in February. The next one is Suffer the Children by Joan Seul, and this one I picked because I want to bring more horror into both of my channels in 2020. So I decided to add some horror in my January TBR pile. I picked this one because it is about children that start to disappear, and I love that premise, so I'm hoping to love it and start with a good, you know, book, my horror reading for 2020. Then I have 2 ebooks that I got from NetGalley and that I need to read in January. The first one is called We Are Monsters by Brian Kirk. This one I am extremely excited about. This guy has been nominated for the Bram Stoker Award, and it is about a mental hospital in which there is a patient that is paranoid, schizophrenic, and starts to see monsters. And I was like, yes please. As you know guys, I love things that have to do with asylum and this kind of schizophrenic mental diseases. I don't know, it's just something that fascinates me a lot, and I love to read about it. So yeah, really pumped for this one. And the last one, it is a, how do you say this? I consider these books a guilty pleasure thriller. And it's called Bound for Murder by Victoria Gilbert, and it is part of the Blue Ridge Library Mysteries, but you can read these, you know, without having to have read the other ones. And I find myself really enjoying these ones. These are very low-key thrillers, and they're kind of like cheesy, feel-good kind of books. I don't know how to describe them, but I consider them a guilty pleasure of mine because I love to read them, even though I know they're not like 5 stars or anything like that, but I just really enjoy reading them. So we have 4 physical copybooks and 2 ebooks, so that is already a lot. So we shall see how many I do accomplish, because the Stephen King book, it's kind of like chunky, but I still want to pull one name from the TBR jar to see if I can also get to that one, and already, you know, read one of my endless TBR piles. So let's pick one name. The colors don't mean anything, I just wanted to make it more colorful. So let's just pick one. Ooh, it's a green one. We shall see. Let's see what it is. The Archive. That's nice. That's nice. I like this pick because I also wanted to read more books by V. Schwab, like read all the ones that I haven't read yet. And The Archive is one of those books that I have not read yet, and that I actually already put on my TBR card for the whole year of 2020, so that makes things easier for me. And here is my copy of The Archive of Victoria Schwab. If I remember correctly, this is basically a library where they store, instead of books, dead people. So I'm already intrigued, I'm already interested. And it's one of the books that I wanted to read in 2019 but I didn't get to, so I am really happy that that was my TBR jar pick, because I really like Victoria Schwab. So this is part of my January TBR. We have all of these books plus the 2 ebooks. I will try my best, not sure if I'm gonna get to all of them, but this is what I would ideally like to read in January 2020. So this is my optimistic TBR pile for January 2020. Let me know down below if you've already decided which book are you going to take to start the new year. Have you already made your pick? Let me know down below. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Please give the video a big thumbs up for support. Subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and also remember to hit the notification bell before you leave, and I hope to see you all in the next coffee time. Bye.